like using the Jews where you make your own judgments on everything.
I get it. So you're going to reject every piece of evidence that I bring up that supports me. Can you bring in a piece of evidence up to the contrary?
You're an Islamophobe, so anything that you bring...
Hold on. Answer my question. Can you bring up a piece of evidence that is to the contrary?
There's abundance of evidence to show that that verse is referring to a woman. No, I'm not. I don't have it on my hand because I've just phoned you. So you're sitting there with obviously notes, and you've done a little bit of your Islamophobe notes, and you've got a few.
So like what? What is the evidence? What is the evidence against?
Evidence is clear. We as Muslim, we know this, but I don't necessarily have to have notes and give you evidence. We as Muslim, we all know that this is what the verse, this is what our ulama have explained. Hey.
So your argument is I know.
But anyway, let's get back to, because you kind of digress. Let's get back to your
is your argument.
Why did Muhammad marry Aisha?
You're running.
No, I'm not running.
You're literally running.
Today's video is pure chaos. A Muslim jumps on Big Jon Steel's live stream to defend Muhammad marrying Aisha. But instead of bringing proof, he brought profanity. He called Christians filthy, accused the West of things I can't even say out loud, and then went after Big Jon's wife. Let's watch how Big Jon stayed calm, biblical, and still wrecked the argument.
Who's Aisha to you, and what's it got to do with you? Are you her father?
Am I father? No.
No, listen. Do you know her life and what she said about the Prophet ﷺ, who was her husband? And
well, I read the hadith.
She's her mother.
I read the hadith from Aisha where he had to clean all the sperm out of his robes. That was pretty weird. And he had to use
are you all Christians? Are you all filthy minded?
That's the hadith.
You see, I mean, why are you not concerned about worshipping a man God who came out of a woman's like your God came out of a woman's you're concerned about Aisha, who never complained, except that she was very jealous of him. She wanted him to herself. She said nothing bad about him, nor did her father, nor did her mother. But you, a filthy American,
I'm not American.
The capital of incest, is concerned about Aisha.
I'm not American.
Well, American, Canadian, no difference. You are the capital of incest, which is very odd because you seem to target this at Muslims. But Americans are known, and they're your cousins, your white cousins, are known to be the world's biggest filthy crime of incest.
Okay, so let me...
And they're all Christians. So why is it that your religion doesn't say marry babies and girls, but yet you like to do the business with children?
Hold on. I condemn everybody that sleeps with a child. Do you?
So when have you done a podcast or a live condemning all your Christian brethren who are sleeping with their own daughters?
Okay,
which is happening in America
right now. I'll do it. All Christian brothers. Hold on. Listen.
Yeah, I'm listening. You filthy minded Christians.
Listen. Every single Christian right now that is sleeping with their own child, I condemn you. All right. Well, you do.
No, do that live show every day. Do it so that you highlight it's the white Americans, white Canadians, white Australian,
but
white
let's
Jews
just see if you're consistent though. I condemn them. Do you?
Yes, of course I condemn.
Okay, so you condemn anybody that sleeps with a child.
I condemn anyone.
Hold on.
You actually know?
Hold on. Let's just see.
I condemn
white
men, white Christian men who sleep with their own
oxygen.
Daughters and have babies with their own daughters. That's what I condemn.
Fine. You condemn white Christian men that sleep with their own daughters. I do too. Do you?
Let me speak. Infestation.
Let me speak.
Man, you speak every day with the same shit topic.
But you never stop talking. So I agree with you. I also condemn white Christian men that sleep with their daughters. We're on the same page. We can agree, right?
And how often do you condemn that?
Now let me ask a question. Do you condemn Muslim men that sleep with their daughters?
Of course I condemn, and the religion condemns any man who sleeps with their own daughters. But the funny thing is,
hold on,
it seems to be rampant in your society, in your religion,
hold on.
of your priests sleeping with boys.
Hold on. This is not a place where you just get to steamroll and gish gallop. We're going to have a conversation, right? Okay.
Yeah.
We both condemn that. Awesome and great. I condemn Christians that just sleep with children, whether they're related or not. Do you condemn that?
Define children. Are you defining children from your own filthy mind, or from?
Are you going to let me define it? You asked me to define it. I'm going to define it. Do you want me to define it?
Yeah, but not from your filthy mind. From
are you going to let me define it? Are you going to let me define
go on.
it? Let me define it. So a child is anybody who has not completed puberty processes.
Correct.
Phenomenal. Great. So do you condemn anybody who sleeps with a child?
Yes, anybody who sleeps with a child who has not gone through a natural puberty. And I have a caveat with
that's
any
not
female.
You're changing my definition.
What's your definition?
My definition is
a child is.
Hold on.
The medical.
You asked me a question. You asked me a question. Let me answer. My definition is anybody who's completed puberty, finished. It's done. They're no longer going through it.
That's and that's from your own filthy mind or from the medical background.
That's not my filthy mind.
That's from your filthy mind.
That is,
because someone who goes through puberty, someone who has gone through puberty, who has gone through their first puberty, is classed as the
definition of a child. Hold on. The definition of a child is not my own filthy mind. A young human being below the age of puberty or below the legal age of majority.
Listen, legal age of majority.
That's not the point I'm focusing on. That's not the point I'm focusing on.
What's the legal age of majority?
I don't give a what the
I know you don't give a
historical
fuck, 'cause
consensus
it's
was.
happening in your Western
What my
culture now.
definition was below the age of
You
puberty.
white men are marrying 13-year-old girls now in America.
So, I condemn those people. Do you?
I don't really hear you or any other Christians condemning that.
I just did it. Now do you?
Your dad and your grandfathers are doing it on a regular basis.
Do you condemn it?
I condemn every white, filthy Christian who sleeps with his own daughter, any Muslim who sleeps with his own daughter.
Do you condemn them for sleeping with 13-year-olds?
Do I condemn? No, why would I condemn? That's your law. Your American law.
So you do not condemn. I just want to be clear. You do not condemn
if they're
people.
If they're over the age,
you do not condemn people.
If they've gone through their puberty,
hold on.
Medically, they are considered.
Listen, you guys need to let both people speak. I let you speak. Now let me speak. Right? You do not condemn people who sleep with people who are 13 years of age. Correct?
If the female has gone through the puberty cycle, I don't condemn it.
Okay.
Why would I condemn it? Because I know, especially in your culture, I'm from the UK, and the white Christian girls are having babies earlier than that. And their parents
great. So when you say the puberty cycle, what do you mean by that? Are you saying they've started puberty or they
medically, if they've gone through their puberty cycle?
How do you know how to answer my question if I was in the middle of it when you started speaking?
Because you've already said it before.
Let me finish. Then what was my question?
Your question is, do I condemn a man having sex with a 13-year-old?
So shut up and listen, right? That was my question.
That's what you said.
No, that's not the question I just asked when you interrupted me.
Well, you asked several different questions.
Shut up for a second and you'll learn, right? Listen and learn. Open your ears and get some new education. All right, so when you say the puberty cycle, are you saying that they've finished puberty or they've started puberty?
Once they start the puberty cycle, medically, are you going to let me speak, or you just want to?
I'm not cutting you off. I'm just being clear. Start, right?
Yeah. Once they have started their menstrual cycle, their first menstrual cycle, medically they are considered an adult.
Okay. So we have documentation of somebody starting their menstrual cycle at 11 months old. Are they an adult?
Are you retarded?
Yes.
Is that the only condition? Especially, maybe that's the condition in your medical or your filthy mind. But Islam says the person has to listen. I 100% know that you already know this, but Islam does not say that just because somebody has gone through the puberty cycle or has started their menstrual cycle, they are considered adult. They have to be mentally,
actually, the
physically,
Quran
and
says
societally
differently.
acceptable.
The
Get
Quran
it through
says
your
differently.
knucklehead and try not to
The
regurgitate this filthy.
The Quran says you don't even have to wait for them to start their puberty cycle.
Listen, why do you talk about a subject that you don't know about? Because as Muslim, we follow the Quran and the
Do you want me
Sunnah.
to show you the verse?
No, do you have you got
Do you
earwax
want me
in
to
your
show
ears?
you?
Because
Do
you
you
asked
want
me
me
to
to show
listen.
you the
Why
verse
don't
where it
no?
says
You don't need to
that
show
you
me the
can sleep with
Quran.
somebody
The
before
Quran
they
is
had
explained
puberty?
by a prophet who explains it further. What exactly Allah means by that? The Quran was not sent as a book
Okay, so
to
we're just
the
gonna
people,
throw
the
it on the
Arabs.
screen, and I'm gonna read it for you. It
You
says,
don't need to read anything, you moron. There's a hadith that
as for
says
your
that.
woman, we can read the tafsir with it if you want to.
No, do you know the hadith?
We can read the.
Do you
I'm
know the
reading the
hadith of the
Quran.
Prophet
I'll read the
who
Quran and I'll
says
read
that
Ibn Kathir with it. You
a
tell me if it's wrong.
human being is not allowed to be hurt, and part of marriage is that
Okay, so
a
I'm gonna read
female
this now.
or a male
if
has
you don't
to be.
if you don't stop talking and let me read this, I'm gonna have to mute you. I don't like muting people, but you got to be fair.
Yeah,
in
go on,
conversation.
read it.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. It says, "As for your women past the age of menstruation, in case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months. What are they waiting for?
Whether they're pregnant or not.
To do what? What are they waiting for?
If they want to say that one, read it again.
So, as for your women past the age of menstruation, this is past the age of menstruation, right? So they can't get pregnant. In case you do not know, their waiting period is 3 months. What are they waiting for?
Well, I'm not exactly sure what this verse you're reading about, but usually the 3 months of waiting period is if a woman is to be divorced, she has to wait the 3 months to find out whether she's pregnant with the man that she's going to be divorced from.
Yeah, so before you can have sex with them, right?
Before somebody else can marry them and have sex with them.
Right.
Why is everything
and hold on.
filthy
I'm not done. And as for those who have not menstruated as well, who are those who have not menstruated?
So this can refer to women who have a medical condition. I think your knucklehead knows this, but let me reiterate this for your knucklehead, because you know you're Islamophobe, and you, as many times as a Muslim explains this to you, you'll ask it again. Because of your idol worship, you need to find something with Islam, isn't it? So the women that is referred to in that passage is women who are medically cannot go through a menstrual cycle.
Great. So if I read Ibn Kathir with it, he's going to agree with that?
I don't care if you read Ibn Kathir, because he's not.
You don't care what Ibn Kathir says?
Listen, man. Let me finish my sentence as well.
Do you care what Ibn Kathir says or
Ibn Kathir on his own is not hujjah on us. He's not binding on us. We can accept it or reject it. Know a little bit about our
you
religion.
Reject Ibn Kathir
it's different to your religion.
You reject Ibn
so
Kathir?
we have other
that's fine. If you want to reject Ibn Kathir,
tafsir.
I just need to be clear. Do you reject Ibn Kathir here?
No, I don't reject Ibn Kathir as a whole.
You don't reject Ibn Kathir.
No Sunni Muslim does. But
that's not the question I asked you. See, this is why you guys need to listen, because I didn't ask that question.
He had
you guys
his
don't
opinions.
listen. That's not the question I asked you. The question I asked you is, do you reject Ibn Kathir here?
I don't know what his explanation on this, so I would have to research it, and I would have to get an explanation from someone who, this is not my field of science, so I would have to get from a Muslim, not from an Islamophobe, who will read from either God knows where, what site, what, because you guys are very good at this, getting information from Islamophobe sites.
This is from the Quran.com.
Tafsir, yeah, we don't accept everything from there, nor do we accept anything from.
Okay, fine.
Yeah,
you're gonna reject every piece of evidence.
We're not like using the Jews, where you make your own judgments on everything.
I get it. So you're gonna reject every piece of evidence that I bring up that supports me. Can you bring in a piece of evidence up to the contrary?
You're an Islamophobe, so anything that you bring.
Hold on. Answer my question. Can you bring up a piece of evidence that is to the contrary?
There's abundance of evidence to show that that verse is referring to a woman. No, I'm not. I don't have it on my hand because I've just phoned you. So you're sitting there with obviously notes, and you've done a little bit of your Islamophobe notes, and you've got a few.
So like what? What is the evidence? What is the evidence against?
Evidence is clear. we as Muslim, we know this, but I don't necessarily have to have notes and give you evidence. We as Muslims, we all know that this is what the verse, this is what our ulama have explained. Hey?
So your argument is I know.
But anyway, let's get back to, because you kind of digress. Let's get back to your
is your argument.
Why did Muhammad marry Aisha?
You're running.
No, I'm not running.
You're literally running. You're actually running. You said let's get back to, it means you're running away from this question.
On my phone, on your forehead, it says,
is your argument.
Why did Muhammad marry Aisha?
You're running. You're running. You're scared.
I'm not running
you got
from
your
anything.
runners on and you're sprinting.
I already explained to you.
So then let me ask my question. If you're not running, is your argument, we know it, so therefore it's true?
No, it's not that we know it. I'm not someone who studies this as a scholar or a student of knowledge, but I know, and I have sat with students of knowledge and ulamas and many debates,
like who,
where the Muslims, all my Muslim brothers, if I name someone, you wouldn't even know. You might know some of them. Do you know Abu Musab? Do you know Abu Musab?
No, Abin Musab.
So shut up about me telling you names.
But I can look up Abin Musab.
Do you know?
I can
you
look up
probably know the
Abin
Muslim
Hold
lantern
on.
Muhammad. Do you know Muhammad Ali?
The boxer?
Yeah. See how retarded you are.
Okay, so if
I'm sure if I told you,
if I look up
Sam
Abin
Shamoun,
Musab,
that
if I look
filthy degenerate, you know who that is, isn't it?
Yeah, he's based.
GodLogic, that filthy mouth liar, you know who that is. But you don't know.
Don't. Maybe we can get GodLogic up here to defend himself. Is that possible?
Tell your
GodLogic and say this guy's talking about him.
He can go. He just called me a whore.
Well, stop making noise. Why are you making noise?
No.
I'm not speaking to you.
Yeah, you don't get to talk about my wife. You talk about me. You talk about everybody around me. You can't talk about my wife.